Prologue. A man who overcomes his fear becomes courageous. Cynic knows the price of everything, but does not want to know anything about human values. Good is the intention, or action of man, exercised by his free will to create. Evil is the opposite of good. The criminal showdown and the phantom of the Pentagon. Today, in April 2021, everywhere you look, on all channels, on all city video screens, on all social networks, every few minutes any information, even ads, were blocked and information appeared. At noon, 10 people were killed in a shootout at the Pentagon's Ghost Cafe at the intersection of Pacifist and Adventurer Streets. Among those killed were employees of the security company, Titan Construction and Trading Holdings. Anyone who knows anything about this incident is asked to call 1551, 5115, or simply 112. Crime breakdown at the Pentagon Ghost. At 9 p.m., watch an interview with the Deputy Regional Police Chief. Wanted on suspicion of involvement in the murders at the Pentagon. Male, 30 to 35 years old, athletic build, 6 feet 5 inches. 6 feet 9 inches. Dark hair. Dark clothing. Possible gunshot wound. Furthermore, a girl of medium build, dark hair, 5 feet 7 inches. Dressed in light clothing. She has a tattoo of a crane on her left shoulder. Anyone who knows anything about these people, please call 1551, 5115, or simply 112. On his last journey. The sun was shining in the morning, the day promised to be bright and warm, but by noon the weather turned bad, it rained. Having just reached the cemetery, a small procession was hiding under umbrellas. The 4 men closing the memorial service group lifted the collars of their cloaks. They had no umbrellas. The boys' hair was wet, and so, trickles of water ran down their weary and skinny faces like tears. There was something in common about these men, but if you look closely at their figures, at their movements and glances, and listen to the fragments of their quiet speech, you might be surprised at how deceptive the first impression was. Not only were they different, they were clearly opposites of one another. Maybe that was why they, and those around them, had long since been addressed not by their names, but by their defining, character traits. The deceased also had something in common with them. The clergyman was late, so, the deceased lay in the continuous rain for more than an hour. There was a faint, inexplicable and yet obvious resemblance between this dead man and the 4 living ones. Laurel appeared as the funeral service drew to a close. He dismissed the bodyguards and stepped into the center of the mourners. The church attendant bowed frankly to him, smiled, optimistically wished the departed soul to follow the prescribed coordinates, and hurriedly departed. Laurel stood by the coffin for a moment, examining the young, pale face, kissed the dead man on the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?